How to make your first $1,000. Hey, how's it going? So in this video I'll be showing you exact ways of making your first $1,000 despite of your industry that you're working in, niche that you're working in. Doesn't matter if you're working in your online business or offline business, if you are an influencer or freelancer, doesn't matter. Okay, so to make a quick disclaimer here, I'm not placing make money like get rich quick scheme, because I say it all the time, like people don't get rich overnight. But in this video I have like put up all my experience and all my knowledge here, right here in this video, so that you can get some cool things from this video, right? So my only motive is to help you, educate you to make your legacy. And to create a legacy, you must need an income, you must need a cash flow, right? Okay, so there are basically two options. Okay, you have two options. So those two options are either one, you trade your time for money, and to get started you can use this also. The second way is trade your money for money. So these are basically two ways of making money. So I'll be showing you different ways, but firstly you must understand the fundamentals, right? So you have two options. One is trade your time for money. That means like doing some side gigs, you do some jobs of the company, right? And second is trade your money for money, which means like you sell some items, or you sell high ticket products, or you get commission on your each sales, or whatever it is. I'll tell you different ways of doing this, but these are the two ways. Now each of these have their own pros and cons. So let's talk about the first one. I'll change the font a little bit, right? So first one, the pros of first one. I'll talk about the pros of first one first. Some of the pros of this first thing, that is trade your time for money, is firstly, the pros is that you don't need any capital. That's the thing, right? Basically, like when you start a business, you need a capital, right? You need a cash to make things happen. Now, second pros that you have is you can decide whether you want to work or not, right? So there are other pros also, but these are the main pros. And talking about cons of this, I mean, like the downsides of it is you have a time limit, right? So you just have 24 hours, right? That is 24 hours. What's happening here? So you just have 24 hours to do this. So that's the cons, right? That's a con, because if you already have 24 hours, let's say you earn like maximum, like let's say $100 per hour, right? Even if you work 24 hours, you just make $2,400, right? But I know we can't work 24 hours, so it's like impossible to make money in millions and billions, right? It's never possible. So obviously, like I would say there are other cons also, but that is the main con that you have. And second con is you cannot use leverage. Okay, so what is leverage over here? So when we talk about leverage is something that you do with money. That means you use other people's money to make money, or you use your money to make money. You can't leverage time. That means you use your 1 hour to get things done of 10 hours. So you can't leverage that. And another thing is you can't leverage people, right? Because you are trading your time for money, so you can't leverage your people. So leverage helps to scale the business, scale anything. But if you can't leverage, then that's of no use. So I would say when you are just starting out, trade your time for money would be the best option you can do, right? Why I'm saying this? Because see, when you are starting out, basically when you are starting out, trading your time for money, because when you are starting out, you don't have any capital, you don't have any money to start off, and like you don't need to use leverage when you are starting out, right? So after a certain level, after you have passed certain level of trading your time for money, now I just want to make a calculation over here. Let's say you earned, let's say you worked for let's say $30 per hour. Okay, so you worked for $30, right? Now let's say you worked for 40 hours per week and 160, let's say 160 hours per month, right? Let's say, and that would lead to, I have to calculate, right? Let me bring up a calculator over here. Just quickly calculate this. 30 times 160, that would be around $4,800. Let's assume that you have earned this. Okay, so that would be also good amount, right? If you can. Now to do this, there are some ways. I'll show you what are those ways. I think this, okay, so let's say you earned this $4,800, right? By working for $30 per hour and working 160 hours, right? Now maybe for some like 160 hours can be enough, like you can get a job. So I'll write what you can do. Okay, so the works that comes in this first option is job, right? You can get some job like in a company or something. Now here I just assume, so firstly, foremost, I forgot to tell this, but firstly and foremostly, you must have a skill set. Okay, I talk to many students, right? Many students say that I have a certain degree or something like they have studied engineer or they have studied CSIE or something like that. But when I ask for what programming language do they know or what is their skill set, they say, no, I don't know anything. I just read that, right? I mean, like, you have to be clear about your skill set. You must have a concrete skill set, technical skill set that you can work on. Now, I don't mean like only programming or any kinds of only technical skill set, but can be also soft skills, right? Like leadership or public speaking or anything, right? You must have a skill set. That's what I mean. Like, when you have a skill set, you can get a job easily. Like, people ask me all the time, like, how to get a job and what are the process to do. Like, simply, it's so simple. Just go to company or like companies page, see which companies are approaching and opening vacancy for, apply for them, apply for hundreds of them, and you will get one, right? To get this $4,800, you have to work here, right? Now, I'm just making this metaphor, okay? It's not like you will get $4,800. I'm just making a metaphor. Maybe you will get $480 or maybe you'll just get $100. Doesn't matter. I'm just making a metaphor over here. So what I mean by this is, so if you have a good skill set, if you are a good skilled person, everybody will be open to give you a job, right? Why? Because companies out there, like me as a company, I would look for the best out of best people to work for me. Like, if I'm searching for video editor, I would want the best video editor that can do my works, right? And I want the best programmer that can do the works, right? So that's the thing. So if you are best in your job, best in your skill set, you will get a job easily. Now, I know that it's hard when you get rejections, but rejections are really important. So job is one thing, and freelancing is another thing. So freelancing, like, you can go on Fiverr, Upwork, like I'll leave the link in the description box below also. Freelancing you can do like Fiverr, Upwork, or freelancer.com or Guru or something like that. You can do some freelancing gigs. Now, when you do freelancing gigs, be sure that you deliver what you promise for, right? And you must be skilled in that thing, right? So it doesn't matter what you are doing in freelancing, but do the best out of your knowledge. Now, job in freelancing is the thing. And other thing is, you can maybe go and do some internship or something, right? So internship can be also the thing, but I would say not go for internship, like try for job, either job. If you don't like commitments, do freelancing, right? I think these are the main things that you can do. Internship, if you don't have like zero experience, you can start off with internship and do some freelancing. And if you still don't have enough money, do some jobs and get some money. Okay. That's the first thing that you have to do. Get some money in your pocket. Like, I would say separate your first $200. Okay. So earn $200 first. I mean, earn whatever you like, but save $200 to come to this business. Okay. So you have to trade your time for money. So I showed you how you can make $200. Okay. I showed you how you can make $4,800 by either going from job, right, or freelancing or internship, right? So you can do any of this, but make money and use it, expend, like spend it, right? But just gather your first $200. Okay. I'm not asking you for more money, but just $200. Okay. So let's say you have $200. Okay. Let's assume that you have $200. And what's this thing? All right. So just a minute. Just cut this out. Okay. So let's say you have traded your time for money. Now, first thing you have to do is trade your time for money if you don't have money. Okay. Now, if you have money, if your parents are rich, or you have been hustling for quite a long time and you have made that money, let's take $200 as an example over here. So let's say if you have $200, now what I want you to do is I want you to come to the next chapter of this video. I think this video is already long, so I'll make another video. I don't get time, like I'm shooting this video like late in the night, right? So I don't get time to, like make these kinds of single videos. Like we normally produce bulk videos and go through the pipeline of editing and things like that. But sometimes I like to share my ideas with you. Now, I think this video is too long. It's already 14 minutes. So the second option that we have is trade your money for money. And this option we'll be learning in next video. Maybe I'll publish another video in next week or something. I don't know, like I have to talk to my manager. So let's see how I will publish, but soon or less I'll publish it. And if I get, let's target for 50 likes this time, or 100 likes, in ranging from 50 and 100 likes. If I get that, I'll make it as quick as possible. And if you're watching it a little bit later in the time, I'll be linking, if the video is already published, I'll be linking it down in the description box below. If you like these videos, now we have talked about first option, that is trade your time for money. Now we'll be talking about trade your money for money in next episode. So stay tuned for the next episode. Click the subscribe button right now, because if I publish next video, then you must be notified, right? So click that notification bell also, like the after subscribing notification bell. So I think you should share this video with your friends and families also, because you never know, like they might be in a depression that they don't have job, they don't have money, and we don't know if your one share can save the life, right? Nowadays suicide are increasing. So I want you to share this video and help me reach to as much people as possible. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the episode 2.